Good morning. It's Devorah. It's InStory live Friday morning. So I was thinking about what I want to share with you this morning, and I did not talk about a Jewish teacher that I listened to a couple of days ago who taught something, and I love when this happens. She taught something from the Jewish perspective that I hear all the time from really in the transformational general world altogether. And she talked about like in what order do things have to happen? And she said, so often in the world, we're taught the first thing you need is you need to have something, then you can do something, and then that's how you'll be the way you want to be. Okay, so it's have, do, be. Like if I have the money, then I can take the action and then I can be that kind of person. So, if I want to be fulfilled or influential or famous or well known, first I have to have the acclaim. I have to have the money. Then I can do the actions that I need that money for. And then after that, I'll be well known, accepted, wealthy, fabulous, amazing, whatever. So you have to have it, then you do it, and then you can be. And she said, and we all have heard teachings that that's not actually in a spiritual realm, in a transformational realm, that's not the order. But it was great for me when I hear someone interpret the ancient Jewish perspective and teachings, and it aligns with the most new age, groovy, so to speak, you know, spiritual, general world, new age things. So, of course, what do you think the order? Just take a moment. If these words have, do, be, what order would you put them in terms of what you have to have first, second, and third? So, of course, what she said is it's be, do, have. And she said the first thing is if there's something you want, you have to be in the energy of a person who has that. You have to be the way that you are. And she said, when it's in this other order, we are constantly feeling unworthy and not enough. And I thought, yeah, that's what I see all the time. And there are some morning blessings in Hebrew that like are all in the present tense. God who opens the eyes of the blind, clothes the naked, lifts the fallen, spreads the earth over the waters. They're all in the present tense, except one of them in these series of morning blessings, which is who gave Shasali Koltsarki, who has given to me all my needs. In the past tense, God has already given to me everything I need. And also the idea that your soul, your essence, you are created by God. So you, by definition, have to be good. What you do with it might not be good, but you in your essence have to be good. So I have bumped into this realization and feeling before. And of course, if you listen to somebody contemporary with spiritual kind of eclectic views like Esther Hicks teaching the views of Abraham, she always teaches from them that you have to be in the feeling of what you want, not be in the lack of it. But here I was hearing it from my world that your essence is your essence, and it is holy and it is good and it is whole and it is beautiful. So first is your state of being. You are being whole because that is who you already are. You don't have to do anything. It is unconditional to what you have or what you do. It is a much more profound starting point for moving forward, and it is really the antidote to unworthiness. I often say that your story is the antidote, and in a way, it's that inner story of I am whole, I am whole, I am complete. That is, in a way, an antidote to unworthiness. And from that state of being and wholeness, then I'm able to take action in a completely different way. How I feel about the actions I take, who I am being as I take those actions, is already fulfilling. So that by the time I have something, I don't have it from lack. And from another Jewish teacher, we have this concept of that's called the Yetzer Hara, the inclination towards bad or evil or negativity. And she said, what is that evil inclination, that negative influence? It's always lack. And I love that. I love that that negative force is always lack. And if you think about it, you'll notice it's true. It's always from a place of lack. Look what that person has that I don't have. Look what I'm missing. Look what's not good enough about me. I don't have it enough. It's that not enough, that lack. So I thought, wow. that, so if I shift that into I'm not lacking, my essence is not lacking, which has nothing to do with improving the good I do in the world, but my essence is not lacking. So I have a state of being that's whole and good and full and worthy and valuable and beautiful and all of that coolness. like like the morning I woke up and had this thought, what if in my head, my kind of higher voice is saying to me, what if you are already amazing? Like that I don't have to do something to become amazing. Your essence is amazing. I'm watching a 4.5 month baby grow. And it's amazing anybody survives and goes. It's so incredible how human life develops. It is truly amazing. So if I'm already whole and complete and really great, then I have a whole different feeling about how I take action. So then I can do something that has meaning. It feels fulfilling. And it leads me to having is fulfillment. It leads me to be fulfilled. So the having is less because I have the feeling of being whole. I'm doing actions that are fulfilling. And what I have is not it's not the thing that defines how I feel. So I really like that. And it's not a new lesson. It was just really fun for me to hear it from my tradition. And I think it's really powerful for anyone who has an ancient tradition that you're connected to look into its esoteric, spiritual, expansive teachings and to make that link. I'm among many who left my traditional Jewish religion for a while and had to re-enter it in a more expanded realm. And now I hear many, many teachers in my Jewish world teaching very, very deep, spiritually expansive concepts, which I love so much. And so I I offer this to you to focus on what would it mean to feel that the flow of how you are in the world goes from being your beingness is whole to do and then to have. And because I think when we go from have, do, be, it constantly makes us feel that we are not enough. And it's a work. It's an ongoing work. I wouldn't proclaim to be an expert, and so often we teach the thing we have to learn. So we'll learn it together. And where your story fits in is because the start of your being is what story are you telling yourself about yourself? And if you can begin to see the story of your wholeness, of your essential soul essence that is greatness, the story you begin to tell out to the world will also change. And that is also how we will change the story that the world is living. So, my mission is always to help you shine your light, to bring more of that divine light, that God's light into the world. And the only way to do that is by us shining our light into the world. So, shine your light into the world and remember how amazing you are. And have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday, so I'm heading into Shabbat, the Jewish Sabbath, where I leave the busyness realm and I get offline, off the phone, out of the car, and spend time with my family, with nature, being still, reading more of the being side of things. So, sending you blessings. And as always, I wish you well on your way. And remember to go out in the world, share your story, live your purpose, and be a blessing. Bye, folks.